How well do you really know yourself? According to the World Health Organization, around 1/3 of adults globally experience struggles with mental health or self-awareness issues at some point in their lives, yet most of us move through daily life on autopilot. In this video, we'll explore the art of self-reflection and 7 powerful tips that helped me cultivate a thoughtful connection with my innermost self. How well do you truly know yourself? I mean, really know yourself. The depths of your values, fears, motivations, and aspirations? For most of us, myself included, the honest answer is not nearly as well as we think. We all have stories we tell ourselves about who we are, based on past experiences, what others have told us, and assumptions we've gotten comfortable with over time. But human beings are amazingly complex and constantly evolving. The person you are today is different than who you were 5 years ago, and you'll be someone entirely new again 5 years from now. That's the awesome part of being human. We're always unfolding new layers of ourselves through our experiences and growth, but it's so easy to get stuck in routines and habits that feel familiar and safe. Like, when was the last time you really challenged yourself and your self-perceptions? Tried something brand new that made you see things from a fresh perspective? For me, it was starting a daily journaling practice. At first, it felt awkward putting my uncensored thoughts and feelings down on paper each morning. But over time, I noticed patterns emerging that clued me into blind spots I had about myself. Embracing new experiences like that shakes up our inner world and shatters self-limiting mindsets we've accepted as just how I am. That's why I make self-awareness a daily habit. Have I changed radically since starting this inner exploration? Absolutely. Have I finally arrived at complete self-knowledge? No way. That's an illusion. True self-discovery means awakening endlessly to the mysteries pulsing within us all. So how did I cultivate deeper self-awareness? Most of us move through life reacting automatically without stopping to examine our motivations. But developing a habit of asking why can unlock deep self-understanding. For example, why did your coworkers' comment about your presentation sting so much? Was it bruised pride, or did it trigger insecurities about public speaking? Tracing an emotional reaction back to its roots reveals core values, fears, and beliefs shaping your inner experience. Maybe you tend to procrastinate on investments for your side business. Asking why might expose beliefs about self-worth or a scarcity mindset inherited from childhood experiences. This introspective questioning empowers you to update your operating code. We all have stories about who we are and what we're capable of, but these narratives aren't always accurate or empowering. Actively seeking diverse perspectives challenges self-limiting boxes. Let's say you believe you just aren't a math person. That narrative could be upended by reading biographies of mathematicians who struggled initially, or having an open conversation with a friend who overcame the same mindset block. Their experiences provide a mirror to reflect new possibilities for yourself. What if your truth about being bad at numbers is simply a conditioned storyline, not an immutable fact? Our emotions contain wisdom and self-knowledge, if we take the time to interpret their language. When a strong feeling arises, treat it like a dig site and excavate its origins. For instance, if guilt frequently plagues you, get curious. What memories or situations trigger that feeling? Could it signify moments when you bent from personal integrity and values? Or is it an outdated response from harsh parenting voices? Through self-inquiry journaling or talking to a counselor, you can unearth the roots of emotional patterns. This awareness equips you to remake self-limiting emotional habits into responses aligned with your authentic truth. Having clear boundaries protects your energy for what truly matters. But more than that, how you choose to say no reveals your priorities, needs, and values. For instance, if you decline social invitations in order to have more alone time, it shows you prioritize your need for introspection and solitude. On the other hand, if you refuse to take on extra tasks at work that aren't your responsibility, it signals you value self-respect over pleasing others. Pay attention to the decisions that feel uplifting and true to yourself. versus the ones that trigger guilt, anxiety, or inner conflict. Those stuck points are clues about your subconscious beliefs regarding what obligations you should or shouldn't take on. Learning to say no reclaims your inner directed locus. Our self-imposed limits often blur into a false sense of permanent identity. Venturing into new territory reminds you of your humanity's elasticity. For example, if you always defined yourself as an anxious introvert, trying a comedy class might reveal an expressive, uninhibited side, or learning to rock climb could unearth reservoirs of grit and determination previously untapped. These ego-expanding experiences awaken dormant traits while smashing encoded limiting beliefs. Our minds and bodies are intricately intertwined, constantly influencing and informing each other. Bringing intentional awareness to that somatic dialogue cultivates integration and self-attunement. For instance, try a mindful movement practice like Qigong. As you fluidly transition between poses, tune into the sensations arising, areas of tension, tingling, or flow. Notice when emotions ebb and surge through each subtle shift. This meditative exploration of your physical experience reflects insight into your whole being state. You may realize certain movements provoke anxiety as emotional energy moves, or perhaps joyful presence floods in through flowing motions. Each mindful unification unlocks secrets about your mind-body wisdom. Our busy and noisy lives are full of distractions that drown out our inner voices. From this chows, being alone provides a break. Have you noticed how hard it is to hear your own thoughts with all the noise of daily life? Emails, notifications, TV. It's so loud that it's nearly impossible to listen to that inner voice we all have. But then you get a rare moment of quiet peace. Maybe it's early morning before others wake up, or nighttime after everyone's gone to bed. Whenever it happens, you can finally take a deep breath. In that stillness, your mind calms down and your intuition can surface. Those gut feelings you've been ignoring suddenly become clear. Pay close attention when insights arise in these still moments. Maybe a childhood memory helps you recognize a pattern you've been stuck in, or out of nowhere, a solution emerges for that problem you've been avoiding. This is the magic of solitude. This is the path I've used. I hold on to these practices daily, and I've watched my identity and understanding of myself expand in unimaginable ways. And yours can too. Thank you for watching.